we can see a little yellow. People still clamouring to get into their seats. And the two teams now lining up for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding for the singing of the South African and New Zealand national anthems. To sing the South African national anthem, David Ford.
Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
To sing the national anthem of New Zealand, Alan Thomas.
Terrific involvement by the crowd in the New Zealand national anthem, as good as I've ever heard, as the All Blacks head now to do the haka. Nice exchange there between the two halfbacks as TJ Perenara leads the haka, now heads to the bench. But as always, plenty of passion, maybe extra passion against the Springboks, Justin.
No doubt about it. Both teams really do look set. Nice hongi there between Aaron Smith, as you said, and TJ Perenara.
Nigel Owens, well, he's been involved in All Black Springbok test matches in the past, and some memorable ones as well. Paswell goes there, and Nick Berry, his assistants. Rowan Kitt of England is the TMO. And very shortly, the game will be underway. The All Blacks have won 11 of their last 12 games against the Springboks, including the last 6 on the bounce by an average margin of 23 points. And we all know what happened in New Zealand last year, 57-0, but a couple of weeks later, the Springboks very nearly beat the All Blacks in Cape Town.
Good, thanks, you well.
Rassie Erasmus,
You go left or right?
new Springbok coach.
Sure, they're behind you.
His first shot at the All Blacks.
4-0 on the clock. I'll do this. Stay behind. Stay there behind you, okay?
So away we go. And the kickoff is made, and this could go all the way. And a mistake by Andre Pollard, and we go all the way back to halfway.
He just overcooked it, didn't he, Andre Pollard? So very early into the match, we'll get to see this contest at scrum time. The All Blacks imperious last weekend against Argentina. Their scrum completely dominant. What will we have on offer this evening? Fascinating, and we get to get a really nice early look at it in this test match.
Let's go. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there.
Aaron Smith then, first
Good, keep it up.
scrum of this match. Channeled by Reid. Now Barrett on the run. Turns it back inside to Crotty. Taken down by Khaleesi, but not held. So it's there again for Aaron Smith. Franks lays it there. Etzebeth coming through. Kane has to rescue the situation. And now Whitelock. Referee's got the arm out already. Playing an advantage as Barrett holds it up and driven down at the tackle of Mel Herber.
You came over the ball, you took the number 9 too far away from the ball.
So an early penalty here, right in centre field.
I just don't know why he went that far. Etzebeth. He was more than entitled to come from the angle that he was. He was the tackler, he got back to his feet. He just needed to play the ball. It was sitting there. But what he did instead was he took out Aaron Smith without him having the ball. So taking the halfback out. The All Blacks opting for touch here. This is well within Geordie Barrett's range, but they're obviously very determined tonight to make sure they apply early pressure.
All as a result of the errant kickoff from Andre Pollard. The All Blacks in a great attacking area here. Taken down by Squire. Most of the players off their feet. So Reid has to deliver to Smith. He goes wide for Crotty. And the early defence from the Springboks has been very solid. As Smith swings it away, Reid goes hard. Lays it again. Now Barrett, Scott Barrett that is. Smith swings it away for Taylor. Now Crotty looking to free the arms. Smith once more. Now Kane gave it back again to Smith. Bowden Barrett hands it off to Whitelock. Fierce defence so far. Here's Reid. Barrett pops the pass over the top for Ben Smith. put him in a little bit of space too. And he goes inside the 22, Ben Smith. As Aaron Smith works it away. Kane drops it cold. And the Springboks have it. They might try and counter-attack here. LaRue. And gets it away to Jesse Creel. Playing out on the right wing tonight, Jesse Creel.
Advantage over. So
at least the Springboks have possession of the ball. And it goes to Mostert. Faf de Klerk. Back for Pollard. And he drives it hard towards touch. And I think the first thing we can talk about, Justin, was the great defence.
Off the back of line speed, coming up very, very quickly.
Well, they're going to be tested again, so here they come again. Short pass. And got the ball away nicely for Ioane. So once again, the Springboks will have to make some tackles. Geordie Barrett. What a pass from Bowden to Geordie.
Excellent pass from Bowden Barrett. Geordie Barrett found himself in a massive amount of space. The Springboks flying up off the line. Their defence has been good, but finally they relent. And when they do, the All Blacks just so brutal. Really good line and offload from Anton Leonard-Brown. From this breakdown, he shifts it quickly. Aaron Smith off his ankles. Bowden Barrett to his brother, and in he slides.
Yeah, with the attention too of Andre Pollard, his opposite number. So it hasn't been good for Pollard. He was beaten cold there. He was perhaps committed to Bowden Barrett, but the sleight of hand was too good. It's all very well to have that fast, aggressive defence, but you can't leave holes, not against the All Blacks. And that look says it all. He thought had the All Blacks pretty well under control at that point early in the match. Well, they simply have not. One error in defence, and that's enough.
Just really liked the movements of this man, Bowden Barrett. That defence was coming up quick, but he was still prepared to stay flat. And by staying flat, he sent Ben Smith away before. It took, yes, a little over-the-top basketball shot, but that time there, the pass from Aaron Smith wasn't great, and that's unusual. But he was still flat enough that he picked it up off his toes. Geordie Barrett maintained his line. Great start from Bowden Barrett against aggressive defence.
Won't come round, so it's an unconverted try. Geordie Barrett, his fourth in just his 7th Test match, and this is how it unfolded.
He just drifted a wee bit too far away, didn't he? Bukanyo's arm, he was the player that just gave that extra space.
So a good kick-off. It's been knocked down by the All Blacks, and they've knocked it on, and they've lost it forward. So for the first time in the game, play is in All Black territory.
And good from Andre Pollard. He didn't go tentative and go insular with his dropout. Knew where he wanted to put it nice and high, which gave the Springboks a chance to get under it. So he's shaken off that early wobble, and now he's got an opportunity to launch that back line from a good position. Jesse Creel straight in directly behind the scrum.
Feed decent from you, please, okay, yeah? Shoulder in the middle, and I'm happy with that. Keep it decent. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold it there.
Faf de Klerk for the Springboks.
Stay in.
Now here's Dealende coming, but de Klerk goes on his own.
Tackle is made. Tackle was made.
Dealende was coming on an angle. Whiteley gets it off to Dutoy. Snapped up by Whiteley again.
Lost now.
Oh, turnover. Great stuff. Kieran Reid. So here's the counter. Ioane, and he knocked it down and he knocked it on. It wasn't a great pass by Bowden Barrett at all.
Lost on block here.
But the turnover by Reid, superb.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant bit of work for Kieran Reid. Actually, there's ball skills here as it went loose, just to grab it, scoop it up, quite superb. I just thought I saw a bit of a wobble in that Springbok scrum, Justin, first up.
You got it bang on. About to mention it. And it compromised the move, so Faf de Klerk what he wanted to do is he wanted to bounce out from the scrum, and this is a similar position because Creel's in the same spot, and then he wants to be able to offload to the likes of Pollard, coming from the centre to Lende, who's a big strong runner, or Creel, but the scrum needs to stay square. It can't afford to spin towards where Faf de Klerk is standing now, towards his loose head, and it did before, which compromised that he had to run himself.
Bind. I looked good to me, no issues, okay? So if there are, stay down and let me deal with them, okay?
Great communicator, this referee. The best at that.
Crouch. Bind. Set. In 9. Keep it up,
Right, in it
lads.
goes.
Stay 9.
Now de Klerk, he's got Smith there, harassing him. So they don't make any ground from that point. Slung away by Mostert. Etzebeth's up high, tipped back by Reed to Whitelock. Etzebeth went in way too high. Now Crotty works it away. Here's Ben Smith in space, showing real pace. Again it's Geordie Barrett. Leonard Brown, centimetres away. Ben Smith plays halfback, away for Franks. Now Beauden Barrett. Squire couldn't get rid of it. Very good tackle. And the Springboks have managed to regroup for the moment anyway. Tuanikiafi. Now Aaron Smith. Inside that 5-metre line. Beauden Barrett. Held up by Delende. Held up, and
It's a tackle, release.
now it's a tackle. Cross to Reed. What a start he's had to the game. Aaron Smith again. To Scott Barrett. Springboks being played under intense pressure, but they've managed to grab this. The All Blacks have lost it forward, so some breathing space. Here's Pollard. This is brave. Bangs it across field. And
under pressure.
no advantage. Well,
He was too high. Etzebeth. It was excellent work before that from Aaron Smith, the scrum defence on Faf de Klerk, which negated their move. And then Ben Smith. He is chomping up metres in this rugby championship. Dazzles them with his footwork. Offloaded to Geordie Barrett. Anton Leonard-Brown so close. And then eventually another error from the All Blacks. They're fourth so far in the match. They won't be happy about that, but boy, their ability to break out is sensational.
Some terrific bit of work in about 3 phases there from the All Black number 6, Liam Squire. He is such a hard man. He was the player that held up Etzebeth right from the get-go there. Etzebeth ran into him. He just made no ground, and that's where the turnover came. Now a scrum under pressure again, maybe.
Bind. Set.
very quick ball. And de Klerk gets it away. Jesse Creel going hard, but still inside the 22. And it's the Springboks
the second time,
who win the penalty.
The second time you play the ball, number 6.
And it's against Liam Squire, who's just a wee bit slow to get up.
On your knees, on your elbows when you play the second time.
Well, we've got to give, I guess, a little bit of credit to the scramble defence of the Springboks off that breakout. The All Blacks relentless in their attack, but they did scramble back really well and then defended their line and kept them out.
Marks to throw. Dragged down nicely by Mostert. Now they go wide for LaRue. And it's all over the place, and it's snapped up by Leonard Brown. And the All Blacks back in possession now with Kane playing an advantage. And Aaron Smith slings it away. Snapped up by Dianchi. So they'll go back no advantage. Tough 13 minutes.
Well, he won't be happy, Erasmus, with what they're doing here in the contact zone. It's again a turnover that's unnecessary. We saw Etzebeth before, that time Billy LaRue. Just need to take the tackle, create the ruck and then recycle. At the moment they're really panicking at the contact point and turning the ball over unnecessary.
Well, Ben Smith has a very busy start to this match and he's poised to make an impact here. He's on the right shoulder of Beauden Barrett. No blind at all to work with, although there is still a defender over there from South Africa's point of view, which is good for the All Blacks attack.
Bind. Set. Hold it there, keep it up. Stay back now. Stay behind the ball all the time. Stay
controls. Aaron Smith goes to Barrett. Big defence by Lukunyaram on his opposite number. Smith away for Reid. And the All Black captain just in Springbok territory. Geordie Barrett trying to shake Pollard off. Flying up in defence. Owen Franks takes it into contact. Now Squire. Smith again swings it away to Barrett. Smith, Taylor. Cody Taylor running in the wider areas. This one's turned over and it's fallen for Dianchi. All Blacks not controlling the ball, but there's been a knock on.
It's Ben Smith featuring again. Cody Taylor into contact. Some good defence then from South Africa. I tell you, a really important tackle here from Aaron Smith. He can absolutely fly. Can Dianchi. And if he got in the clear there, it would have been a real contest between him and Beauden Barrett, but we do know that Beauden can shift as well. But good defence from the All Black halfback.
Then you can go, yes, you can. But when he does that, you will show you start from behind the ball, okay?
So same setup for the All Blacks. Ben Smith is in exactly the same spot. Not only is he chomping up the metres, he's got 270, which is #1 in the championship. He also leads the offloads. So it's not what he does just with his footwork and his pace, but also he's got the ability to get defenders on a weak shoulder and then offload to other players running off him. So this is a perfect spot for him to get into the game and cause some damage.
Bind. Set. Keep it there.
15 minutes into the test match. And on halfway, Smith away to Barrett. Here's Crotty going hard at the defence. But again, it's solid from De Allende and from Pollard. Taylor, quick hands to Ben Smith again. And he's got Aaron Smith lined up. And the little halfback's in.
Ben Smith. What an absolutely sensational start from the All Black right wing. Beautiful little pass. I think it was from Cody Taylor. Just left the ball into space. And then from there, the support work of Aaron Smith. We know he runs great lines. Look at that. He doesn't know that there's a player at all to pass to. He just leaves it in space, Cody Taylor. Beautiful to Ben Smith, and then inside Aaron Smith.
Massive mismatch out there, Yo. You have a look at the big men outside. That's what Ben Smith saw. Two big men out there, Malcolm Marks and Mal Herber. They had no chance of cutting him off. So they realised that. They switched the play right. I don't know who called it, but they called it right. And for that reason, they're a very happy bunch upstairs, and they should be too. Fantastic at spotting opportunities, the All Blacks. When they've got big men defending out wide, the pace, the transfer of the ball, way too quick.
I am noticing South Africa off sideline a bit tight. If we have a clear and obvious one, give me the call, but I've had a word with them now. They're very tight.
I'll also say, Justin, that the try scorer's had a big start in these first 17 minutes as well, Aaron Smith.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And defensively, not just with the ball, without the ball, he's been excellent.
Brings it around beautifully this time. Beauden Barrett converts the try scored by Aaron Smith.
Let's just have a look at it. So we pause it at Cody Taylor gets the ball, so he leaves it in space as we run it on, and Ben Smith just punches onto it. So he's not got a player outside him, but he knows that Ben Smith is going to loop around and punch onto the ball. Really well worked between hooker and winger.
And Kitsoff was there as well, so the whole front row, they got exposed.
Oh, it's been misjudged by Scott Barrett, but the All Blacks have somehow got it with Aaron Smith in control. Reed stands over it, and away it goes to Whitelock. Springboks making it pretty difficult here, driving over the top, but now it's there for Aaron Smith. Looking behind for Beauden Barrett. And he's put it just out from the 22.
That's it, Nick. Hell on out here, boys.
Damien McKenzie on the bench.
Let's go, boys. Keep a good gap for me, please.
Some of these South African boys were survivors from the hiding they got at North Harbour last year. And that's around 69 unanswered points that they'll be starting to sweat on now. They need something quickly.
Wait. Your standing receiver, you've got to be 2 meters, please, okay?
Justin, but they really need to be the next team to score.
Sorry.
Just for their own peace of mind and confidence as well. You just need to get some constructive play and piece together, 10 plus phases to get into this match.
Marks grabbed by Etchebeth. Khaleesi stays away from the sideline, gives it off to Malcolm Marks, and off he goes, charging to the 22. Now de Klerk hands it up for Kitsoff. Play on, says the referee. Here's Dalende, who's a real threat in midfield, physical. De Klerk for Khaleesi. Looking good with the ball in hand. Can they crack the All Black defence? Marks gets it away for LaRue, and in they go. Dianchi. Right behind the post, and they're back.
We said that they need something, and they absolutely delivered. A bit more patience, some direct running. They won the line out. Etchebeth at the front. Khaleesi peeled off.
Not going to be fussy.
But then there was some nice subtle passing. Marks was involved. We've seen him coming into the match more. Khaleesi big and strong. As de Klerk clears it to the left. Nice little touch here from Malcolm Marks onto Willie LaRue. He got Ben Smith turning in, and they were too quick. Dianchi on the left wing dots it down under the bar.
Well, the All Blacks for the first time in a long time caught short in terms of defence on that right-hand side, usually so well organised. And from the Springboks point of view, Nisvo, they have one opportunity, they convert. That's a better sign.
Boy, they needed that. And all of a sudden they're straight back into the game at 12-7.
It's about a 4-on-3, and that was just enough. Just enough in terms of conversion.
Quality finisher. 4 tries already in just his 7th test match. Up with Dianchi. Barrett's kick. Oh, it's a shocker. And now it's been even worse from the Springboks. And it's going to be
I wasn't sure
a scrum.
Doesn't matter.
Barrett's kick was a shocker.
For it before the 10.
Look, I can understand Jesse Crill's thought process that, he gets it at pace and maybe catches it and causes some trouble, but, he was isolated. And he would have been on his own had the tackle been made and he had caught it and not knocked it on. But B, their scrum's going so well. Midfield scrum would have been a better option. So unfortunately the knock-on was the first infringement, and the All Blacks now get a chance from a restart. They should be in the middle of the field for South Africa ball.
Same standards now then, okay?
Well, they got Ben Smith hugging that far touchline, Justin, and Willie LaRue's the player deep. Out of picture now, but just a further back right there. He's the widest defender, but very deep.
They got exactly the same setup this time. Ioane, obviously it's on his side, but they can work an 8-9 from this side, the All Blacks. Reed and Aaron Smith, and then have the options and the runners off that. On the other side of the field, you can't work the 8-9 because the scrum half is right there in that zone defending, and it makes the transfers difficult. But this side, we can bounce out.
Second rows, keep the balance, please, okay? I'll call a bit louder, okay? Thank you. Keep our space, it's excellent.
And that shot showed there's a massive opportunity for a little 8-9 here. And in behind, you can see it, in behind Anton Leonard-Brown to the speedy Ioane with Geordie Barrett and Ben Smith wide. Boy, if they can do that manipulation and get into that outside channel, dangerous.
Keep it up, good. Keep it up, good. Stay 9.
Reed away for Smith. Short pass for Crotty. Took it about 5 metres. Smith gets there. Swings it away to Taylor. And he's driven to the touchline. Again, good defence. Led this time by Creel.
Oh, I certainly think it was on for that pass to Ioane. It was a lovely line from Crotty, but watch as it bounces out. It's nice and tight. And if Ioane's out the back behind there with also Bowden Barrett, man, they could have cut them open.
Oh, he's overthrown it, Marks. Missing Mostert altogether, and the All Blacks have it through Taylor. Aaron Smith, Barrett to Crotty.
South Africa away, please. Advantage over.
Again, taken by De Linde. Now Reed in the wider channel. Smith swings it off to Ben Smith.
Stay out.
Aaron Smith again for Kane. Short pass for Reed. Lost control of this, I think. Could well come on the Springbok side. It has done. Swung away. Leroux puts a little kick and clever. Here's Downshe again. Chased down by Barrett. And Bowden Barrett may well have been the only player who could have done that. Now a loose pass. Oh, the All Blacks have fired it away. And in they go. Willie Leroux scores under the posts.
Oh, well, bang your chest a few times, right where your heart is, Willie Leroux, because that took work rate. He was the one who kicked it ahead, and then the pick up from Downshe off the era here where the All Blacks can't control it. Good turnover. I think it was that was in there. Then the kick ahead also from Downshe. So there's the Willie Leroux one, which is very good. Plenty of All Black defenders coming across. And then Geordie Barrett just opts on the quick throw and bounces it in. But look at the work rate of Willie Leroux. Work rate, hungry for the ball. Once he gets the bounce, no one at home.
Well, I read Geordie Barrett's mind there, and Rassie Erasmus, I suppose he can't believe his luck there, but maybe they'll do it because of their aggressive defence. But to be honest, it wasn't just Willie Leroux that read it. There was about 4 Springboks spread across the field that saw it coming. So it was always fraught with disaster from Geordie Barrett, and now the Springboks should have the lead.
And they do have the lead. 2 converted tries in a couple of minutes. And some of the crowd at least are stunned.
Well, obviously once that went really wrong, the person throwing the ball in was Geordie Barrett, who would usually be fullback and may have been there to get Willie Leroux. However, he was the one who took the quick throw. The minute he got it, he was gone.
So we're behind him, okay?
Both Barrett goes short again, and Scott Barrett does brilliantly to bring it in. So the All Blacks have possession back. Squire goes charging hard. There it is again for Aaron Smith. Crotty works it away for Geordie Barrett.
Stay there now then, Geordie to clear. Good man.
Kane changes direction. Here's a lovely pass from Bowden Barrett. Tuinuku goes hard. Inside the 22. Springboks over the ball. Not able to secure it though. What a sight that was, the big loose head prop in action. Here's Bowden Barrett. Tips it away. And just a little bit too far. And easily covered by Pollard. So back to the 22 we go.
Well, Leroux had to make the tackle on Tuinuku as he broke through. It was a sight. Charging, lovely pass from Bowden Barrett to put him into the space. But I mentioned that from Willie Leroux, I should say, just simply because Pollard recognised he was a tackler. He dropped back and was there to clean up the kick from Barrett.
It was a great ball carry, but along with the Springboks, I kind of thought he might have knocked it on or lost it forward right at the end of it to Tuinuku, but it was impressive.
Ioane lines up the kick, breaks the first tackle, breaks the second, and then went just a little bit too far, running into Stephen Kitsoff. One hand, ball in one hand. What a sight!
Oh yeah. I don't think there's a knock on there. I certainly did think Etzebeth had rights to the ball, but he couldn't quite get it cleanly. So good refereeing from Nigel Owens. He can't stay in play. Ioane, and Etzebeth is the one who's down grabbing attention. He's their main man at line out, Evan Etzebeth. And they want him to be right. 16 line-outs, which is the most in the competition for Etzebeth. But Ben Smith, what a start to this game that he has had. He's been in scintillating form, and he just carrying on where he left off against Argentina, albeit in a different position. He's got footwork. He's always niggly and hard to tackle. You can see the work that he does on his opposite, the Yanchi, who just couldn't stay with him. It was footwork, and then the break off the Cody Taylor pass. Oh, he's in some sort of nick at the moment, Ben Smith.
Time on when the ball comes in, please, okay?
Etzebeth back on his feet. Boy, what a 27 minutes we've had as Malcolm marks to this shortened line out. Again, it's Mostert. Khaleesi takes it off him. Trying to get a bit of traction here with Marks holding in the back. It's going well. Now de Klerk gets it. Ioane waits. Lost it back, and off he goes. Now the All Blacks 10 out from their own 22 with Beauden Barrett. Across it goes to Bend, or Proddy it is, but he's overcooked it.
You stay on the line then, please. Stay on the line.
11 minutes out from half-time in Wellington. And the Box, after being 12-0 behind, have the lead. Now Marks. Etzebeth it is. Pulls it in. Peter Steph de Troy. De Klerk off to Kitsoff. De Klerk again. Lost it backwards. Now Pollard changes direction. Away it goes to Marks. Getting away from Franks, who stuck with him though. And Owen Franks makes a good tackle. Here's Whiteley as the Springboks build inside the All Black 22. De Klerk to Kitsoff. Oh, good run here by the big prop. Charging through a tackle. Play on as it's there for Faf de Klerk. Now he slings it off to Pollard. Here is LaRue. Away for Creel. Still 7 or 8 metres short as de Klerk gets there. All Blacks putting all sorts of pressure on, and they've done it too. Beauden Barrett leading the charge in the ruck. But it's a penalty to the Springboks.
Well done from Villiaroo. Over the ball at the right time. The All Blacks were there in numbers. He was just a little slow. Faf de Klerk to the breakdown. Squire's in a little bit of trouble here. But by being so, a couple of seconds slow, Faf de Klerk, it really compromised the ball. But he was under a lot of pressure. The All Blacks really tenacious at the breakdown. 2 or 3 times he was getting scragged. They may just have compromised him and fatigued him because he was a bit late getting there.
And this is an excellent tactic from the Springboks, because the referee has said he's not involved in the play. We can have this line out.
Wait.
Oh, he's blown it now.
Time out.
They're going to take the time out.
I am going to wait, because if you go wide, he may be in the way.
Oh.
Okay? Yeah, but I don't know that if you don't. So I am going to wait on this occasion, okay?
He looks in a fair bit of stripe actually,
Yeah.
William Squire, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, I think it's right elbow or a right shoulder, and so that's of course very similar to what Brodie Retallick caught the other Knight, that's the tackle he made there. You can see him walk away or limp away from it there. That point of impact just was not good for him there. That one there.
Yeah, that's a genuine right on that sort of top of the collarbone area. That can be very painful, and he's a tough, uncompromising player, Liam Squire, so it takes a lot to keep him down. It must be quite a bad one.
It was interesting, Justin, because Nigel Owens said, I have to stop the play because if you go wide, he will be in the way. I don't think the Springboks had any intention of going wide. They wanted a man down in the line out and a decent drive.
Well, this sets up a fascinating scenario, doesn't it? They've been very good so far. They've probably only missed one line out, which was the Etzebeth one, but will the All Blacks compete here? Will they go up?
Wait, I want space. And
Their go-to is Etzebeth at the front. He's a big man, he's got good timing with marks, but will Scott Barrett have the courage to go up here?
So Mark throws, Mostert takes it down. Now they'll back themselves here, the Springboks.
Look at it. Is it Mostert up there?
They're making good progress. Got to keep it straight. Now Marks goes. Marks scores. Springboks in again.
Oh, they are brutal this evening. You could say they look dead and gone after 10 minutes. The All Blacks striking a couple of times, but they've showed some tenacious and determined play since then to get back into the game. It almost looked comical with Franco Mostert stuck up high. He was the recipient. You can see there as it pulls down, he gets popped up, and he's basically of no use whatsoever when he's set in that compromised position, but it was still just in micro inches moving forward, so they're able to keep it going. He's happy, Nigel Owens, and then as it peels away to the right where Mostert is, the big strong body of Malcolm Marks has just got too much power that close.
Well, Squire or not, that was always going to be the tactic. They thought it might have been easy with 7 forwards rather than 8, but Rassie Erasmus has great reason to feel happy with the way his side have come back from what looked like a situation where they might get run over. 12-0 down, 19-12 up, kick to come. Really well organised in the 22 3 times, gifted 1, scored 2 well.
And the conversion is bang on from Andre Pollard. And the Springboks have scored 21 unanswered points.
This is a very good advocate for young players out there watching the game about body position. Malcolm Marks, he's powerful, but he had to go low, and he did, and he was strong enough to stay stable and get to the line.
So Barrett's kick. Oh, nicely done by LaRue. Willie LaRue, the fullback. Now de Klerk. Back for Pollard. And nicely taken down by Beauden Barrett. Nowhere to go though. The Springboks flying up in defence again. Aaron Smith slings it away for Ben Smith. The kick from Geordie Barrett. And big collision, and the ball lost forward, so play on, and Ben Smith with the advantage favouring the All Blacks here, and it'll be a scrum.
No advantage, lads. Knocked on your green.
Well, a fair contrast from what we saw in the Springbok coaching box.
I could understand them being far from happy. And neither will Rassie Erasmus, because the Springboks have made plenty of errors. They made a good half a dozen errors, and not really ones they should be making. A drop from the high ball there, some miscommunication. LaRue couldn't get it. The Yankechi couldn't get it either. But the All Blacks, they've made quite a lot of fundamental errors as well, which will be very disturbing as much as the scoreline for the All Black coaching box.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
All Blacks trying to apply pressure here. It's holding the Springbok scrum, but only just. Beauden Barrett. Off goes the kick. But well read. He stayed in the field of play too. Nice stuff. Here is and the Springboks have possession. Exabeth. De Klerk waits. Gets a bit of help from Dutoy.
Use it, please.
Easy take for Geordie Barrett. Off he goes. Got his pass away for Leonard Brown, who lost it. Seemed to lose it forward, but it's okay. Here's Beauden Barrett getting support from Franks. Now Aaron Smith to Crotty. Ben Smith. Geordie Barrett, but that gap closes quickly. Leonard Brown for Whitelock. Right on halfway, the All Blacks with Aaron Smith. Crotty. Isolated out on the blind side though, so back it comes to the open side with Reed. Aaron Smith again. The two Barretts, Beauden and Scott. Taylor sets it. Now Beauden goes, gives it away to Geordie. Ioane with his pace. Couldn't get the inside pass. Coming slowly eventually for Aaron Smith. Now Kane. Aaron Smith again. Slung away by Leonard Brown. Crotty. Reed in midfield. The two captains come together. Ball there though for Aaron Smith. Gives it off to Whitelock as the All Blacks continue to press inside the 22. Aaron Smith short pass. As Scott Barrett goes ploughing on. Now Whitelock. Smith goes himself. Good tackle by Kitsoff. Got the arm out. Here's Kane. 5 metres away. Aaron Smith to Beauden Barrett. Looks on the inside. Still playing under advantage. Aaron Smith for Geordie Barrett. Another charge by Kane. Aaron Smith hammering away here. Springbok defence ferocious. Here is Tuanukiafi. Slow ball. Smith trying to dig it out. Now he's got it. Crotty away for Leonard Brown. And Ioane strolling in. And the All Blacks finally cracked that defence.
Just absolutely relentless. Here's a warning probably.
They're nothing cynical.
He's just getting a warning as we look at how good the All Blacks were. Here's Ioane, put into space. Good covering tackle again by LaRue. But it just took phase after phase after phase, and eventually Creel came racing right in, and so did Willie LaRue, who followed him. And it just took patience. Nice pass from Anton Leonard Brown. They probably just needed to scramble and drift the Springboks, but they were under the pump and fatigued big time.
Well, that's a try you want to watch over and over again, because the level of defence up until right at the end was just as good as the measure of attack. It was just copybook stuff across the park. All Blacks inching forward, but patience. You said it, Justin. Patience was the key, and then finally they had the numbers out left. But what a great test try that was. And right at the right time, just prior to half-time for the All Blacks.
I don't know why time off, lads. Because I was speaking to the captain, but it shouldn't be.
3 tries each in a terrific first half. Beauden Barrett, and no. So unconverted, and a 4-point margin.
And you can see Creel, he came all the way in from the right wing, left Willie LaRue really with not an option but to come in as well, and he couldn't get it right, and they conceded.
two great passes under pressure there right at the end, and Leonard Brown the last one.
Anton Leonard Brown for the All Blacks. Just seconds remaining in this first half as the two Barretts combine. Two of the three anyway. Here's Crotty. Aaron Smith, short pass by Kane, finds Whiteblock. Here goes the siren as Reed unleashes Taylor. Now off the middle and knocked on. Here's turnover ball and Marks has it. So the Springboks will get the last shot in the first half. As de Klerk waits and the penalty comes.
Over onto the ball after the ruck was formed.
Won't be happy. They probably had the opportunity to end the half, but this team's too positive. They'll back themselves regardless of the siren going or not. But they have made another error, the All Blacks, and given an opportunity for South Africa to increase their lead. Should Andre Pollard, who's looked immaculate with his goal kicking the whole half, bang this over, and they'll go in. Very happy, the Springboks, after the start that the All Blacks got. They'll be really pleased in their dressing room should he bang this over. Not that they won't be at 21-17.
So it is just the fourth penalty of the game.
Good work in the scrum, just keep that discipline, I think.
Quite still out there, Smithy, not really any wind that's favouring either team.
Oh look, there's a slight breeze
as far as I can see,
over the right shoulder really of Andre Pollard as he kicks with this. It's been pretty status quo for the whole 40 minutes, to be fair. All Blacks should get it in the second half.
So Pollard looking to increase the lead, and he does so. He kicks that late penalty in the first half. And the Springboks will go to the break here in Wellington after being down 12-0. They lead at half-time by 24 points to 17. Memorable first half at the stadium in Wellington as the Springboks leading by 24 points to 17. Right, let's go into the dressing rooms, and firstly the All Black assistant coach Ian Foster.
Well, Fozzie sort of bookended that first half, good and good at the ends, but in the middle it sort of went astray. What have you said?
Yeah, look, I mean, they showed that they can play, and when they got fast ball, they really hurt us with some big ball carries, and good try, good line-out drive try. So, you know, things that we know they're good at, they did really, really well. And we just gave them too many opportunities, didn't we? We got a bit frantic, and those two early tries probably got us into a mode of being a little bit loose. So we've just got to respect them a little bit more.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, Matthew, you played some really good rugby in that 40 minutes. What have you said in there as regards what's coming up?
I think just a few work-ons at half-time. We want a bit more width in defence. I think when we've had our numbers up, we've been pretty effective defensively. We just like to retain that discipline. I think the All Blacks have caught us once or twice on the edge, and we just like to snuff that out, you know, and then get hold of the ball, get a bit of territory and get hold of the ball, that we can have a bit of a bite in their half.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Matthew Proudfoot and Ian Foster with their thoughts on the first half. The All Blacks conceding 24 points. They've never conceded that many points at home in the first half of a test match.
Okay.
Second half as Barrett kicks off, chased down by Detoy, and he bursts out of a couple of tackles.
No, you guys on
still plenty of intensity there from the Springboks.
We play on.
As de Klerk gives it off to Kitsoff. Now de Klerk. Not getting a great deal of distance on this. In fact, it's holding up in the breeze, but the little bloke goes in and recovers it. Springboks looking to free it. Damien Dalende gets it off to Etzebeth. Now de Klerk back in position. He's got to kick it. He'll have to push it harder into the breeze. He's pushed it, and it's slightly better kick. The All Blacks looking to troll it, but being grabbed by Gianchi. But the All Blacks have it back, so they get their hands on it finally, and off goes the skipper, Kieran Reid.
You were too slow. You've got to go
Barrett throws a loose pass, and
no, he didn't try to make the penalty. You were the wrong way to take the consequences.
They've gone quickly. Here's Aaron Smith, slings it away. Squire, who didn't look too flash just before half-time, but he's back there. Intercept! Colby! And Cheslin Colby comes on as a replacement and scores.
Oh, he snaffles one.
Yeah, look at
the All Blacks. Yeah. You've got to question why they were trying to speed the game up from that zone. Aaron Smith with the quick tap. The shift on to Squire, who didn't look right. Anton Leonard-Brown. And then Colby, he just stayed in the right spot. It still took control to bring it in, and the Springboks, they have burst out of the changing room and they strike first.
Well, I was just about to say they have made a change at half-time, and he's introduced himself beautifully to the world of rugby, hasn't he? Cheslin Colby, fantastic intercept. So 2 opportune tries that the All Blacks have presented the Springboks, and they have gratefully accepted them, and now the margin looks pretty impressive early in the second half.
Just his second test match, his first test try, and Cheslin Colby. Boy, what an impact.
Well, he's on for Lucanio arm. So that means Creel has probably come in one. Jesse Creel has come in one. And, of course, Colby on the wing.
Great kick again by Pollard. He adds the 2. 31-17.
We have a look at it, and we get the pause on just as Anton Leonard-Brown's about to pass it. He can see the defender there, and then as he lets it go, he makes the decision, Colby, that he's going to get in that space, and he snaffles it. Excellent defensive work. Great running.
Beauden Barrett kicks off. Run down by Warren Whiteley. So a 14-point margin from a team that were 12 behind early in the game. Pollard makes sure it goes well over the hoardings.
I say this very often, Justin, but I think it's the All Blacks that have to score next.
Quite possibly.
Taylor throws. Whitelock deflects. Beauden Barrett off to Ioane. Swung away. Now the inside pass from Geordie Barrett for Whitelock. Aaron Smith. Crotty goes in. Franks hands it off to Reid. Aaron Smith again. Tuanuki Api hands it off to Scott Barrett, but there's 2 defenders. Beauden Barrett for Crotty. Driven down strongly. Snapped up by Kane. Hits off after it. Can't get it though. So Taylor hands it off for Franks, who gave it to very much under pressure Geordie Barrett. Here's Kane, short pass to Nukiapi. Now Beauden Barrett to his brother Scott. Springboks making all the tackles. The ball's been lost forward now. Very good timing by Faf de Klerk.
From onside,
I tell you, some of the work he did there defensively in that particular passage, he made at least 3, possibly 4 tackles, and then instigated the turnover. He's defending out wide, Faf de Klerk. So this is just the last phase where he forces the error, but some of the defensive work there from the little 9 was absolutely outstanding.
Boy, we have a test match here. These are the players still to come. Coltman Perry, Tuangafasi. Patrick Tuipulotu back in the All Black mix. Hadi Savia, the open side flanker, of course, and the three backs, Perenara, Goodhue and McKenzie. And it will be interesting to see how quickly the coaching staff go to that bench.
Yeah, absolutely. Know that the dynamic impact that the bench can have can change the game, and players that they bring on completely change the game plan as well, like the likes of McKenzie, who all of a sudden offers up a lot more problems defensively than other players on the field. So it's just about being how quickly Steve Hansen wants to go there. Marks was the man who was down.
First of all to Tuangafasi. He's the one we've been notified. You can see him in the foreground here in 18. He's stripped and ready to go. The Springboks have notified that Sneyman will be the next one on for them. For Etzebeth.
Really good opportunity for them to work 8-9 to the right here, the Springboks. The All Blacks are forced to sort of sit Ioane back because of the kicking option.
So de Klerk off to Pollard, plenty of space to work in, and Geordie Barrett gets across, makes the catch. Now Aaron Smith for Beauden Barrett. Ben Smith, who had such an impact in the first 15 minutes of the game. Now here's Reid. Darren Reid trying to bust through the tackle of Khaleesi. Tuangafasi. In fact, it's Tuanupiafi, of course. Tuangafasi due to come shortly. Taken in by Willie LaRue. Now de Klerk works it up to Creel, playing with some confidence with the ball in hand. And Jesse Creel. As de Klerk waits. Mel Herber. And penalty this time to the All Blacks.
He's on his feet.
Sam Cane,
and you're lying on it, preventing it coming back afterwards. Sam is on the right to the ball. Your shoulder down. Okay. Do you want to wait now or after? There's a shoulder out, I think he's going to go. Shoulder, yeah, time out, quick. Time out.
Well, he got cleaned out of a ruck, Damien Delalinde. This is the man that they're walking across to. He got cleaned out by an All Black player and he landed really awkwardly on his shoulder. I don't think there was anything illegal about the clean out, but that's certainly what caused the problem for him. He went down and he reached for his shoulder straight away, and it was quite clear at the breakdown that it was a clean out that did it.
So Tuangafasi will join the All Black contingent now, and that is for Owen Franks, and it will be Elton Yankees coming on now. This will be interesting to see how the Springboks play this, with Pollard and Yankees out there together.
So Damien Delalinde departs.
I don't know where I was now.
Just looks initially as if Pollard's going to drift out one.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on that for me, yeah. It's very tight, but they're onside, okay? Are you happy to go?
Six penalties in the entire match. And Barrett looking inside the 22 here.
That's a great kick from Beauden Barrett. He really went deep into the 22 and he's created a great opportunity for All Blacks to see if they can get their driving ball working.
Taylor throws, taken down by Barrett. They've got a good drive going here. Kane though had to hand it back. Smith swings it away for Beauden Barrett. But they're in a good attacking area here, but they've lost the ball. No, he said it went back. Right there was Nigel Owens.
He's on the wrong side, you've got to go. Advantage.
Flag advantage for offside. Now Kane. Reid leaves it, and Smith now gives it off to Barrett. Here comes the kick. This will be a battle in the air, but it's been nicely won by Willie LaRue.
Number 9.
And so back for the penalty. Now, What do you do here, Justin?
Well, they defended the rolling ball quite well, South Africa, but you would think that the All Blacks will probably be looking for more than just the 3. I would suggest they'll go for touch. I don't think the scrum is the perfect option from here. It's not really an ideal zone to attack from, so the line-out's more of benefit, and that's what they're going to do.
All Blacks are going to the bench again. TJ Perenara for Aaron Smith. What a contest that's been tonight. Smith and de Klerk. What can Perenara do to change it?
It's your responsibility to get the space coming out, so move that side of the line, please.
2 tries last week in Nelson. TJ Perenara.
Where is the match? Okay, get him on you. Wait. Move, please. Get on the line. Wait. Get on the line.
So Taylor throws. Squire quickly. Perenara. Here's Beauden Barrett. To the line he goes. Snapped up by Kane. Ball bounces loose to Squire. Saw the line for a moment. But again, staunch defence. Now Reid.
Release!
Tuangafasi snaps it up. Perenara goes wide. Barrett. Ball lost. And
Green 8 offside.
And offside again by the Springboks.
This is a better place for a scrum.
And that's the call. So 10 gone in the second
Number 8,
half.
offside.
And the Springboks continue to lead by 14.
Discipline here, please.
The All Blacks need to score 3 times to get in front.
This is where TJ Perenara is really dangerous. With his strength, his running game, he'll be hard to contain. He'll be looking to manipulate something possibly to the left. Changes.
Yeah, the giant frame of Snyman and 19 for Etzebeth. She's a big man.
Which one?
The fella that's on now, man, he dwarfs a lot of them.
He's a massive guy, isn't he? But Etzebeth is no small man by any means either, is he?
Standard first half, same second half.
So with Perenara's strength here to go left, it's forced Jesse Creel to defend here with Faf de Klerk, so it really opens up the right-hand side now for them just to bounce out to the right.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Right, in it goes. Pretty good scrum, Springboks. Pretty good scrum. Oh, he's gone the way of the All Blacks.
The drive is not square. The drive is not square.
Well, he said they weren't square. Not many scrums are, to be fair.
Come on, boys.
Oh, it's quite a harsh one. That's quite a harsh one.
Back row. No running round.
It looked like they got the initial momentum. They'll be wary now, the All Blacks. That was a good hit, an initial shunt from the Springbok that time. They may look to try and just clear this nice and quickly, Perenara and Reid.
He's got it in quickly, Perenara. And Reid is going to go blindside. No support there for him, though. And well and truly shut down. Now Perenara swings it away for Beauden Barrett. Got it off to Ioane! Another one for Rieko Ioane.
Really didn't have any right to score that, the All Blacks. Beauden Barrett had a dig and then the ball was along the ground, but it's just the explosiveness of some of the quality individuals that they have, and this guy most definitely is one of them. Barrett just flicks it out the back. There's defenders there, but he just puts the hammer down, and it's like lightning.
Well, Colby should have done better here. They have defended the touchline pretty well tonight, but he didn't have the strength. He went too high on Rieko Ioane, whose footwork was absolutely pinpoint accurate. Prior to that, Reid went off the back, and there was a wonderful tackle from Jesse Creel to snuff out that move, but the All Blacks rebuilt from there.
Oh, and it's all good.
Lightning from a standing start there, but Colby, having scored one, he should have perhaps done a wee bit better defensively.
He was explosive, wasn't he? But it was also the fend, the palm off right into the chest of Colby, which also can propel you. He just punched him straight in the chest with that fend and then just surged forward. Excellent, excellent finish, Ioane.
Just the one goal so far tonight from Beauden Barrett. Make that two, though. That is a terrific kick. And it's a 7-pointer.
Just going to have a look here at the fend and also how close he was to going into touch. Bang, there's the fend, then the step. Whoa! Blade of grass literally in it, but he was good enough, Ioane.
Yankees kicks off, claimed by Scott Barrett. A classic All Black Springbok Test match unfolding as Sam Cane rushes over the 22. Perenara back for Beauden Barrett, hanging up high for Yankees. Took it well, but now runs into some resistance right on halfway for de Klerk. Off to Mostert. De Klerk again. Creel. Oh, that's a thunderous tackle on Jesse Creel. Peter Steph du Toit as Kane wriggles out of the road. The Yankees, flat pass. He's put Mal Herber into a gap. The big prop forward sets it. Now Mostert swings it away to Creel. Kitsoff. Du Toit. Peter Steph du Toit to the 22. Beautiful pass. Whiteley almost found his man. Ball still live though. So the Springboks have still got a chance. Whiteley struggling to get to his feet. And he's not looking flash. Now Du Toit away to Yankees. Pollard. Here's LaRue. And the chaser coming. Colby, they had to wait though, and Beauden Barrett controls it. And the All Blacks may well get this back. Perenara stands over it. He needs help. And he gets it from his captain, Kieran Reid. Now Perenara on the right angle to make the clearance himself. But he's going to go back to the right. Off to Tuangafasi, just opening that angle up a bit more. Barrett deep in the in goal, but Perenara might do it himself. Holding up, well claimed by LaRue. He's been very good at fullback tonight. Now de Klerk swings it away, and here come the Springboks again. Strong charge there by Pollard. De Klerk. Here's the new man, Snyman. Kitsoff. Yankees. Floats the pass to Whiteley. And oh, what a move! Dianchi in again.
Oh, the Springboks have put some razzle-dazzle to Wellington. Man, that was good. It really was. Perenara couldn't find the touch. The skill set of LaRue to keep the ball in play. And then the shift in the midfield by Mal Herber. The offload. Excellent from Yankees. A little goose step. Whiteley. And then this boy, he can shift. Man, Dianchi. What a finish. What a try from the Springboks.
What quality at the end of that move. What quality from Yankees. Sometimes vilified about big games in New Zealand. He has absolutely delivered. Some really good offence there, attracting 3 tacklers, giving so much opportunity on the outside. Still so much for this fella to do though. Big left foot step, and that's blown it out again from the All Blacks point of view. Patrick Tuapolopu is up for them, so too is Damien McKenzie. The Springboks are looking at Francois Lowe. The benches are coming thick and fast now. The All Blacks so often have relied on them, never more so than tonight.
Really liked the way that this guy Pollard and Yankees have combined already so far in this game. Some nice wide passes, finding space. Pollard was the one who crashed it up first, and the Yankees drifting across field. Perfect.
Right from the sideline, and not this time from Andre Pollard. But the Springboks have scored 5 tries tonight and lead by 12.
So the All Blacks 3 changes because Jack Goodhue goes on for Leonard Brown. Tuapolotu is out in the middle, and that's for Scott Barrett. Geordie Barrett goes for Damien McKenzie.
A couple of pivotal shifts in that from Snyman and also from Herbe to keep that momentum going.
In fact, Tuapolotu makes way. Liam Squire makes way, so he goes into the lock, and of course Scott Barrett on the side.
Right, the kickoff was taken down by Franco Mostert. Left the Clerk. He's going to kick it. And again being held up in the breeze. In fact, it's been grabbed quickly by Perenara, but there's a flag up.
He needs to get that right, Faf de Klerk. He's been excellent tonight, don't get me wrong. I know it's critical, but that's the 3rd time now that he's not managed to get some decent yardage in his box kicks, and it will prove costly at some stage. Changes again, Smithy?
Yeah, just Tim Perry in the front row for Carl Tuungafasi.
I think he's been excellent. Tuinuki Afe tonight, I think he's had an excellent game. Boy, his star really is shining. He's just going from strength to strength to strength.
Cody Taylor grabbed down. Oh, Scott Barrett fired it off the back. There was nobody home, so they've had to retreat 15 metres. Perenara is offside, de Klerk, on this occasion. So the referee has the arm out. Now Perenara for Beauden Barrett. There's Goodhue, and he's going back to the penalty.
I don't know. He may have got it right, Nigel Owens. I actually thought TJ Perenara's hands were on the ball, which means that Faf de Klerk can come through. He was happy with the angle he came from. He just simply said you got the timing wrong, which implies that maybe Perenara didn't have his hands on it. But if Perenara did, he was fine to come through there and make the tackle.
Oh, that's some kick. He's knocked it forward, but there's a flag up. So that is some kick from Beauden Barrett. Right, 20 minutes to go. Cody Taylor throws it to Whitelock. All Blacks have it. Looking strong. Cody Taylor going close. Taylor goes, Taylor scores.
Well, think about where that penalty was awarded. It was with no angle in around about the 40-odd metre mark, and Beauden Barrett was courageous enough to go for the jugular. He got the ball out just short of the 5 here, so the All Blacks were able to launch a rolling maul. They were really well set. Cody Taylor eventually gets his hands on the ball, stays composed. It was a little disjointed. The work of Perenara as well, then they shift a little to the left. Excellent work from the forwards up front, and Perenara chimes in as well.
Well, I'll be pleased about that because the line-out was outstanding in terms of how it confused the Springboks in terms of their line-out defence, because they had actually, he was the 3rd jumper. He got the ball, he was the 3rd guy lifted in that situation with Sam Whitelock right at the back, and that meant that the Springboks were not able to initially hit that drive. That's where they got the momentum.
We have seen 10 tries in the test match tonight. Here's Beauden Barrett. No good. Nine test tries now for Cody Taylor, as the All Blacks draw to within 7. Taken down by Jack Goodhue.
Move!
Perinara away for Kane, falls for Tuangafasi. Ball been knocked forward by the Springboks in the tackle. Now McKenzie away for Crotty.
Away, Green, move!
Taken down by Mel
Advantage
Herber.
on the knock on.
Now Whitelock. Well, big defence by R.G. Snyman. Beauden Barrett for Tui Pelotu. Got it away to Kane. Here they come, Taylor. Driven down in the tackle of Pollard. Tuangafasi running onto it. Perinara for Beauden Barrett. Short for Whitelock to Scott Barrett. Now McKenzie. Off now for Ioane. Makes it to halfway. Perinara. Back inside to Whitelock. Still there for the All Blacks. Ben Smith lends his weight. He's going to get a penalty out of this. So Beauden Barrett. Short for McKenzie. And they'll have to go back and play the penalty.
When you can
well, the Springboks now just conceding a few. That's 8 in the game. As a comparison, the All Blacks only 3.
And Beauden Barrett, he's been superb with his line kicking tonight. Does he go again deep into the 22 to set the driving wall up?
Well, the Freedom Cup currently held by the All Blacks at stake tonight, and on the left, the Rugby Championship.
Big frame of Wilco Lowe in jersey 18 for Mel Herber for the Springboks.
16 minutes left in a memorable test match. Taylor throws deep. Just tipped by Reid. He did really well there. Tuangafasi charges over the top of de Klerk. Now Beauden Barrett gets a short pass away to Goodhue. And Perinara. Here's McKenzie. Damien McKenzie. Danger time here. If he gets to run, and he pops it up for Perinara. Ben Smith away for Goodhue. He finds Taylor. The All Blacks closing in on the line again. Swung away. Tui Pelotu couldn't hold it. So advantage being applied here. Marks back for Yankees. And the educated left boot of Elton Yankees gets the Springboks out of trouble.
Good time for the Beast to come on.
Stopping for Scar.
Tendai and Tamawera.
1 to 6.
And jersey 17 for Stephen Kitsop, who's been outstanding tonight.
He has
done everything very, very well.
Just as he did in Cape Town last year.
And also the captain goes. So Francois Lowe and 20 for Sia Khaleesi.
You've got cramp, is it?
Well, vast experience coming on there. The Beast is playing in his 105th Test match. Francois Lowe is 61st. And just what you need in the last 15 minutes is experience.
Yeah, that's right. Players that have been there and are not overawed by the situation of being ahead at the moment in this Test match. Stay composed.
Let's keep this good team.
Add their guidance to players that probably haven't been in this position before against the All Blacks.
Well, the Springboks have handed the captaincy for this last 15 minutes to Warren Whiteley.
Wait. Time on.
Taylor throws. Scott Barrett wins it. Ball knocked down. Almost qualifies a penalty.
Yes.
From Peter Steph-Dutoy. As Perenara slings it away for Bowden Barrett.
Hands away, Dean! You lost hands away!
Now Whitelock to Goodhue striding into the gap. He's got support from Perenara. Can't quite make it. Run down by Whiteley. Now they need to turn it quickly. Ioane gets there and he's lost it. And penalty against the Springboks. Needed one more pass, but nobody home. But the Springboks concede. And Sam Cane will have to get attended to. Lovely run by Jack Goodhue.
Ever since he's entered into this game, he's just run aggressive lines at pace.
Number 15, cynical offside.
And it's really opened the Springboks up. If it hasn't, it's resulted in quick recycle ball.
Good call here, Justin. They're going to have a look here for cynical offside, and that might mean a card.
I've just confirmed in my AR what my initial thoughts were, which you weren't clearly behind the Heimer's foot, and you can't dive over anyway to make a tackle like that. You must stay in the feet. And that's a line break, and that's the yellow card offence, okay?
So away goes Willie LaRue.
That'll make Kieran Reid's decision easier now. Goodhue just runs hard inside to Perenara. Whiteley, look at him putting in the big strides, does well to clean TJ Perenara up, and where's Billy LaRue there? You can see him at the back of the breakdown, steps through. He was a good metre offside.
You don't want me to explain that to you again? He was offside and dived over. Are you happy with that? Okay, fine.
Yeah, again, I think they were about 6 or 7 of the last penalties in a row on the bounce, so it was in the danger zone and it was repetitive, so probably the right decision, I would imagine.
Shoulders, standards.
And obviously they're a man down in the back line. The way they've defended here and set up for Bowden Barrett, it's definitely on for him to bounce out left. No doubt about it. A lot of problems for Faf de Klerk on D.
So Reid looking for the ball. Oh, it's a pressure scrum. He has to give it off to Perenara. Eventually shut down. Reid is there again to carry it on. Snapped up now by Tim Perry.
Stay back. Stay back.
As the All Blacks continue to rumble through the middle. Perenara now goes wide up to Ioane. This time they close him down. And they do a good job too.
Cheslin Colby.
Well, they've taken it quickly, the Springboks, and Faf de Klerk has put a great kick in.
And that was ambitious to take a quick throw in inside their own goal line. Faf de Klerk, excellent clearance and great defence, as I was about to say, from Cheslin Colby. Ioane T-boned him big time, looked to power over the top of him. He was equal to the task this time.
All Blacks go to the bench again. Adi Savir and 20 for Sam Cane. Springboks are going to go at 16 for 2. So Malcolm Marks makes way for Bongi and Banambi.
No, I didn't see it, no. I'm sorry.
Closing in on the last 10 minutes of this test match. As Taylor throws, Scott Barrett wins. Perenara to Bowden Barrett. Ioane. Now to Pelotu. Perenara serves it up for Salvia. Here is McKenzie. Damien McKenzie trying to stay away from the touchline. Perenara away for Tuangafasi. Adi Savia pops it up nicely to Perenara. Barrett to Pelotu. Moving it out towards centre field. And lost forward by the All
With the man on the
Blacks.
floor, locked forward.
They're hanging in there, South Africa. They are only hanging in there by a thread, but they're doing enough at the moment. And some of the impact off the bench, obviously McKenzie there, scintillating break, but we've already mentioned Goodieu, Tuipulotu. A couple of really aggressive, good over the advantage line charges from him.
They have scrambled well at times though, have they? Gee whiz, look at that's Whiteley again. Warren Whiteley, a key defender there.
Well, Springbok great Joel Stransky said before the game that he thought Warren Whiteley had to stand up tonight. I think he has.
Oh, he has. He's been excellent.
So Willie LaRue won't be back until there's only about 3 minutes left in the match.
Back. Don't go out.
Been under the pump, the Springboks. They really need a good solid scrum and nice clearance here to relieve some pressure.
It's holding nicely. So back it goes. Pollard will clear, and he drills it hard. Andre Pollard, and that's a lovely kick.
It's an excellent clearance. I have noticed they've gone a little bit conservative though. They've not competed in a line-out for the last half a dozen. They're happy to stay down.
All Blacks keen to get this in quickly. Taylor. Again, not competing. Scott Barrett wins it. Bowden Barrett. Short pass from Trotty to Goodhue. To Peluto. Charges on again. He's carried the ball well. Savia. Bowden Barrett. Got it off to Goodhue. Springboks having to tackle a lot now. Here's McKenzie. It's there again for Perenara. Tuangafasi. Lays it there. Perenara again for Bowden Barrett. Again it's Patrick Tuipulotu. Trotty reaches up. Gives it back to Bowden Barrett.
Montez, 19 green offside.
And the arms up again. And the All Blacks, the beneficiaries of a lot of second half penalties. Short pass, bounces clear, but it's play on. Here's Perry.
Hands away.
Perenara now to Bowden Barrett. McKenzie goes wide. Ioane's got speed. Great defence though.
It's in touch.
And they're in touch.
No advantage, 19 green offside.
And he's going back. Long advantage played by Nigel Owens.
I think they'll be saying we're a bit lucky there. No, that's a genuine line break and an opportunity to score a try, and probably 4 or 5 phases on from the penalty advantage. So they are riding Lady Luck at the moment, the All Blacks, no doubt about it. But the Springboks are guilty of just too many penalties, Smithy, aren't they? They're just giving them away all the time now.
They are. And maybe that's a sign of just a bit of weariness, and of course they're a man down still. So there's a lot of desperation. 34,182 fans here tonight. Absolutely gripped by this confrontation between these two great rivals.
If I think there's another one that deserves to be dealt with more than a penalty, it will be dealt with by another yellow card. Of course you can, and I'll wait until you let me know when you finish speaking to them.
Goes back to 2013 at Ellis Park. Nigel Owens was the referee. What a test that was.
Yes.
What a test. And
he wants a chance to
something
tell his team
similar
about
here tonight in
so
Wellington.
when he's ready, I'll put the clock on. So wait, okay?
Yeah, so the reason I sort of made the point about saying the Springboks have stopped competing at lineouts, they're staying down, they're happy to defend. You just can't be happy to defend against the All Blacks. If you let them pattern and get into their movements, they'll just keep coming and coming and coming at you. You've got to start throwing some punches yourself. Compete, make it hard for the All Blacks, but they're not doing that at the moment, South Africa. They're just happy to defend. It's not working because they're giving away penalties, inviting the All Blacks into the game.
They're not going to compete here either. So they give it to Kieran Reid. And here go the All Blacks. Taylor's got it trapped in the back.
Springboks can't drag it down, they're on a general warning.
Here is Adi Savia with the ball. Still going. He's still wrenching it around. He scores! Terrific strength by Adi Savia. And the All Blacks are in striking distance.
Oh, terrific strength, all right. Again, like I said, they're happy to stay down and try and let the All Blacks come at them and defend. Well, you've got to be better than this, because the All Blacks, once they got momentum, see number 20 gets his hands on the ball, Adi Savia, but it's the strength when he gets isolated. He's upright. He is upright there, and he's just too powerful. Excellent work again from TJ Perenara in the try assist.
Well, big kick this for Bowden Barrett.
Good work.
Massive on the angle. Hold your breath.
Oh, again. Wow. Springboks still lead.
He must just about be due back, is he? Willie LaRue, surely.
About a minute and a half, yeah.
Minute and a half, yeah. Off the poles again. That's what, twice tonight for Bowden Barrett. Oh, game on, 5 minutes. Do not go anywhere.
We can go. Yes.
Because we said 10 and then he comes
Yeah,
up.
but make sure that they engage, okay? Right or left? Right or... Huh? Okay.
Elton Yankees to kick off. Wouldn't the Springboks like to get it back? Well, they won't with a kick like that. Taken by Perenara. And he plays the percentages.
Absolute belter of a test match this has been.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
Well, what a time for Liam Coltman to run on in 16 for Cody Taylor. Outstanding again tonight.
Well, they won't
Keep the space, boys.
have too many more important lineouts, South Africa, than this one. They need to get this right. They can really chew up some time if they can win this and start piecing some phases together and maintaining the ball. It'll really drain the clock, but they need to get it right in the first place, which is win the lineout. Throw jumper lifters.
Mbonambi throws, and his big man Snyman pulls it in. Mbonambi holds, but it's gone down, so it'll need to be cleared by de Klerk. Off it goes to the beast. Oh, he took his eye off the ball, Francois Lowe. So here come the All Blacks. Here's McKenzie. Left it behind so it didn't go into touch. Still live. Charging onto it goes Perry. Now Bowden Barrett looking to go through the gap.
Penalty zone as well.
Now Crotty. At least Ben Smith it is. Savia there again. Perenara slings it off to Ioane. Desperation defence here as Perenara hands it up to Troy Pelotu. Perenara again, knocked on.
Oh, I'm with you.
Oh, dear.
I'm with you. Everybody on the edge of their seats. If they aren't on the edge, they're up, standing. Willie LaRue comes back. The McKenzie break. Francois Lowe was the man to make the mistake. Excellent work here from Ben Smith to secure the ball. They swing it back across. Pollard on defence. Colby has a dig. And as it comes back, the error is from, I think it's Tuangafasi, who just reaches and can't hold on to it. Oh, the drama in this test match, and we're not done yet.
Anything clear and obvious. Otherwise, as we've done all game.
3 minutes. Springboks haven't won in New Zealand since 2009.
So this is a really hard area now for tactically deciding what to do, South Africa. Now, they could phase from here and try and maintain the ball for 3 minutes and dictate the test match. However, if they showed some ill discipline with attacking from here, they would quite often, they could either turn the ball over or concede a penalty in a kickable zone. but clearing it from here will give it back to the All Blacks to launch line-out game plan assault on them. So what do they decide?
Well, they've got two kicking options. Of course, they've got both their first 5/8s out there, and Pollard and Yankees. So they've got those two options.
Yeah, but if they kick for touch, the All Blacks will have 3 minutes to come at them, won't they?
It's way too deep to want to hold on to the ball with 3 minutes to go. That's the problem.
Yeah, it is. It's a real conundrum.
Pollard deep in the in-goal area. He wants it in. Nigel Owens, and so to Clerk. Here's Pollard. And he thumps it into touch, but it hasn't gone very far. In fact, it's only gone midway to the 22.
So enter Liam Coltman, and will the Springboks compete here?
No way they will. And they're very vulnerable at the moment to the drive. I think they need to stay down and they need to get organised.
So Coltman. Ball's gone down. It went back okay. Here's Salvia shoving a few out of the road. Held up on the tackle, but the All Blacks still going.
Come away.
Perenara hands it up to the captain, Kieran Reid. Perenara saw a chance, didn't make it. Savia hands it up for Tuangafasi. Reid is going to be at halfback. They have another go. Savia stands over it, gets close. Another crack by the All Blacks. It's almost on the line. Oh, hello.
It's
turned up
and the
arms of Imbanambi.
Forward.
And they're going to put a scrum down here.
Yes.
Well, he's never kicked one. He's never kicked one, Beauden Barrett. Drop key. Drop key.
Well, Mackenzie's floating around too. He might have.
No.
But what happened there? I don't understand what happened.
No, I didn't.
The ball came back on the Springboks side.
I'm not guessing anything
so
there.
What's he ruled? Did you hear what he said there at all, Smithy? I don't quite get what happened.
Well, it was Imbanambi that just burst away with ball in hand.
Let's go, boys.
Perenara was claiming that a Springbok would not release. There's all sorts of yelling and screaming going on, and this is the end result. So who have we got? Mackenzie on the right, Barrett on the left.
Well, this is going to be it. Last roll of the dice for the All Blacks.
Right, so in it goes from Perenara. Scrum goes down and they'll have to reset it. So the scrum has to continue.
Look at Creel. He's making his way out to talk to Colby and also to Vili LaRue there, because I do feel that the way this setup is with Beauden Barrett, Crotty and Goodhue, and then really wide Ioane to the left, that's the danger zone. Baf de Klerk has to stay close to the scrum. He has to, because Reid and Perenara are too dangerous. So massive for Creel and also Colby to defend that zone to the left as we're looking at it.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
This is it.
Stay there!
Perenara waits. Wide goes to Beauden Barrett. Here's Crotty running hard. Springboks driving hard over the top. It'll come back for Perenara. He gets it off to Beauden Barrett. Perenara once more. Now for Kieran Reid. All Blacks can't make any mistakes. Tuangafasi. Perenara for Beauden Barrett. Goes back into the heavy traffic. But he lays it. And Reid is going to... Tuangafasi picks it up. Now Coltman. Are they lining up a drop kick?
Damien McKenzie's in position.
There's a few here that could do it. Damien McKenzie the most likely. Now Savia. Barrett poised as well, but the All Blacks making some ground.
No one there for the drop goal anymore.
Perenara looks away to his left. Goes short though. Springboks holding on. Savia's going to have a crack. Again driven to the turf. Reid and Coltman this time. Now Perenara swings it well to Barrett. McKenzie. Oh, the ball's being knocked down. The Springboks are going to survive this, and they have scored a famous victory.
What an incredible test match we have witnessed. The emotion from South Africa. They were faced with a mountain of Everest proportions to climb coming here. Look at the way that it means tears of joy. They put everything into this, as did the All Blacks. Oh, it's been a belter of a test.
Every picture tells a story. Look at Peter Steph du Toit. That's how much it means. A famous win and full